Christian, I want to read the Bible.
No, but born again, or Catholic, or
Protestant.
Christian, you could say.
Born again Christian.
Yeah.
So you believe in Jesus to be God.
Yeah.
And you know, as a Muslim, we don't believe Jesus to be
No, you
God.
believe he's a prophet.
Do you know why we don't believe Jesus to be God?
No.
Okay. Because we as a Muslims, likewise the Christians as well, we believe God is perfect. Correct? And we believe God is perfect in his essence, in his names and attributes, and his actions. You with me? So if we believe that, from God's perfection to know everything all the time, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. God knows what happened in the past, what is happening right now, and what will happen in the future.
Yeah.
Which name? Sorry, again.
Ben.
Shamsi. So what I'm saying to you, Ben, that if we establish that, so anyone who claims to be God, but he doesn't know your name, can he be the same God who knows everything all the times? He cannot.
According to you now.
According to anyone.
Yeah, no.
Because why? God knowledge is perfect. If someone claims to be God, but he doesn't know my name, he cannot be the same God that we believe naturally, instantly, that he knows everything all the time. When we read the Quran, for example, Allah told us about Prophet Muhammad, that he said, when they ask about the hour, said no one knows the day of judgment, when it will happen except Allah. Likewise, when we read the Bible, Mark 13:32, that Jesus was asked about the day of judgment. He said no one knows it. No one knows the hour, the day of judgment, not the Father, not the Son, not the angels. Only the Father.
In the Bible, Jesus forgave sins.
No, but before we go to forgive sins, we'll go speak about it, no problem. Because we're not here to try to score goals. We're here to have a nice discussion.
Yeah.
I believe Islam is the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm here to call it to Islam. But before that, I'm gonna speak to you about Christianity and everything with respect. If you think I'm being harsh with you, just tell me. You know what I'm saying? So what I would say to you before we go to about Jesus forgave sins, that first of all, how you believe Jesus to be God when he doesn't know the hour, when you and I, we know God knows everything all the times.
Jesus said the Father knows the hour.
Yes, correct.
And Jesus is not the Father.
That's correct. So how can he be God?
Jesus does a lot of other things to prove that he's God.
Yeah,
Just because Jesus says the Father knows this thing, I don't know this thing, doesn't prove that Jesus is God.
Yeah, but God knows. Is God deficient?
Sorry? He's got efficient.
Deficient. Yeah.
No. Jesus, it says Jesus was in the beginning with the Father.
But before that, the point you have to focus on that if God doesn't know the hour, he cannot be the same God who knows everything all the time. So you telling me Jesus did this and did that will not make him God. Because why? For example, if I tell you, okay, God knows, God create this, create that. But you know what? God, he doesn't know my name. You tell me, okay, but he cannot be the same God who is perfect from every angle. Because what you have to understand, sorry to cut you off, then, yeah? If we establish something, okay, we establish God knows everything eternally, all the time. Automatically we are negating that God be ignorant any time. So if you accept, yes, God knows everything all the time, automatically you cannot say, yeah, but Jesus knows the hour, doesn't make him not God, because you're contradicting yourself. You with me? God knows everything all the time. That's the nature of God, correct?
Yeah.
Jesus is God, but he doesn't know the hour. That cannot be the same God who knows everything all the time.
Jesus is God, that's what I believe. Here's how Jesus proved himself to be God in the Bible. He rose himself from the dead, first of all.
That's not true.
He rose himself from the dead.
The Bible said the Father raised him up. Paul said that. Said the Father raised him up.
The scribe said to Jesus, well, what sign? They asked for a sign. Jesus said, in 3 days, I'll destroy this temple. In 3 days, I will raise it up.
Yeah, but I show you in the Bible that it says the Father raised him up. It says clearly.
Yeah, Jesus also said the Father raised him up. But Jesus also says, in 3 days, I will destroy this temple.
Yeah, but who raised him up? Who raised him up?
Father.
Father, but it's not Jesus. Because you told me the Father is not Jesus.
Yeah, the Father's not Jesus.
So,
but then again, Jesus also says, in 3 days, I will raise it up.
yeah, he will raise up, but the
I will
verse,
raise
yeah,
but himself.
Yeah, but the other verse explained the Father did it. So otherwise it's contradiction. Because if you say you raise yourself up from the dead, then I said no, another person. Either I'm saying the truth or you saying the truth, or one of us is lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, third point.
Can I give you another point to be clearer? Sorry, go on. Sorry. Yeah.
Jesus forgave sins.
Okay, Jesus forgave sins.
Forgave sins.
Does make him God?
Yeah.
Okay. The disciples forgave sins as well.
When you sin, you forgive again. You sin against God.
No, but disciples in the Bible forgave sins. Are they God?
No.
You told me if you forgive sins, you become God. And I just showed you the disciples in the Bible. Jesus said, you forgive sins, Lord. And Prophet Muhammad said to the person, you'll be in paradise. Doesn't make him God. What he makes him, he's the one who speaks what God tell him. That's why Jesus said, the mighty messenger, the Messiah. Okay, he said whatever, I do everything what the Father tells me. So when Jesus said, I forgive the sins, meaning that God told me that your sins be forgiven. You know, because remember, no one knows the language which Jesus spoke. We are relying on translation, correct? Let me make it clear to you more. Who is the true God according to Jesus? Yeah, who is the true God?
Okay, it doesn't make it.
Make it clear.
Jesus says the Father.
The true God. Okay.
Jesus also does things that God does.
Yeah, but come on, Ben, yeah? Ben, let's be honest with each other, yeah? Imagine Jesus telling you now, the Father, the only true God is the Father. Imagine he telling you the only true God is the Father. Are you going to tell him, no, Jesus, you are God is what? If Jesus clearly, the mighty messenger, telling you the only true God is the Father, rather in the Quran, Ben, yeah, it gives us a powerful argument that Jesus, the mighty messenger, the Messiah, cannot be God. Allah said about him and his mother, كَانَ يَأْكُلَانِ الطَّعَامِ. Both of them used to eat food. You know what he means? God does not rely on something outside him. If God relies on food, that cannot be the same God who is self-sufficient. You see, so Allah saying you, how Jesus can be God when he relies on a food which goes against the nature of God to be self-sufficient?
Jesus doesn't need food.
No, he eats food to rely.
He needed food, but the devil also tempted him in the wilderness with food.
Yeah, but the point he ate food. He ate
At
food.
the point he ate food, but Jesus,
Did he need that food? Did he need it?
yeah, he needs
To
it.
survive.
He needed it to survive.
Yeah, but that's not the nature of God. Who's our self-sufficient?
I believe Jesus, as God, came in the form of a man.
Okay, can I ask someone? Does God have a God?
Does God have a God?
Yeah.
Jesus says, your God and my God.
No, I'm asking you. You know what you're doing
Can
there?
God have a God?
You know, Ben, what you're doing?
God can't have a God.
That's what I'm saying. You know, Ben, what you're doing? You know, God gave us intellect, sound reasoning, and natural inclination, yeah? Which we should utilize to accept the truth or to reject the falsehood, yeah? What you're doing, you can see clearly you are struggling with your reasoning. Well, I'm mentioning to you, you know God doesn't have God, but because there's something in the Bible which goes against your natural inclination, so you try to put aside your natural inclination and your sound reasoning to accept scripture was written by some people unknown. Jesus said, I'm going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. But you just told me God doesn't have God. So if Jesus is God, logic dictates no one should be. He is God. The fact he has God, he cannot be the same God who is all powerful. Simple, Allah is clear. That's why we believe. Look, Islam. Look to Islam, Ben. Yeah. Look what Allah says in the Quran. There's surah called Surah Ikhlas, sincerity. Yeah. Describe God. قل هو الله أحد. Say Allah is one, unique, only one. Allahu Samad, self-sufficient. He's not in need of no one. Everyone's in need of him. Okay? Perfect. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He begat not, neither was he begotten. Perfect, because God doesn't give birth to any being. Likewise, no one gave a birth to God, because God has no beginning, no end. Okay? وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٍ. And there is nothing like unto him. That's the attributes of God which we believe in. Goes in line with the reasoning and the natural inclination. That God is perfect, is one, self-sufficient, he begat not, neither was he begotten, and there is nothing like unto him. But when we come to the Bible, God became a man died, God was a baby, God changed, but God does not change. All of that, I will tell you, that's not the belief of our mighty messenger Jesus, the Messiah. That is the teaching of Paul, who came after, and he starts writing things which goes in line with the paganism, the Romans teaching, just to please the Romans. That's why we believe Jesus was a Muslim. You know what it means he was a Muslim? Doesn't mean he was from Algeria or Morocco. No, it means someone who submits himself to God. That's what I mean Muslim. Muslim is Arabic terminology. In English means to submit yourself to God. That's why I'm here, even outside of people to accept Islam, to tell you can't believe in Jesus the way he wants you to believe in him. Not the way those unknown writers want you to believe in Jesus. You see clearly, look, there's many points clearly goes against our sound reasoning, natural inclination, which has been mentioned in the Bible. But you're struggling, but you see clearly that somehow you're accepting it. You see what I'm saying? That how God, the all-powerful God, for example, let me make it more clearer. Does God change? Okay. Jesus was God before, correct? Then he became a baby.
He's still God.
Did he change? Was he a baby before?
It didn't change in nature.
Okay.
Nature, he's still God.
When Mary was carrying a baby, was that God?
Yeah.
He's got a baby. He's a God. So he had to change to become a baby, to be inside the woman.
You could say God physically changed from spirit to flesh.
But God doesn't change. Either Lord, I do not change. And God is perfect.
It doesn't change in nature.
Yeah, but is the nature of God to be baby?
No. But now he's the same as he was before.
Yeah, but he did change. You tell me God does not change.
But he's not the same.
Huh? Sorry there?
He's not the same.
Yeah, but he doesn't change all the time. Does God become imperfect? No. God is perfect. Imagine, Ben, someone comes to you now, holding baby, or you see a woman breastfeeding a baby, and I say, Ben, you as a Christian, you believe that was God before.
Yeah, I tell them they were crazy.
Huh?
I tell them they were crazy.
You're crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Created the whole
That's what I'm saying.
But
That's what you believe. You
but then-
believe.
but then-
That's what the Christian makes you believe.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cut it there. You're a lot older than me. You know a lot.
No, I'm younger, man. I'm younger than you, man.
I'm not gonna get myself.
No,
in
I
there.
will give you a book to read, please. It's not gonna make you Muslim or it's gonna put magic on you now. Book to read, simple book. Please. Read it, please, Ben. It was my pleasure speaking to you. Please explain what is Islam, even about Jesus. And where are you from, Ben?
Congo.
What area are you from? What area?
Shepherd's
Shepherd's Bush. I'm from Shepherd's Bush. Oh, you're my neighbor, man. I live in Bush
Sorry, I
Green.
can't say I can't. I'm good with the Bible.
Oh, no problem. This is not Bible, but it's not Quran. Just explain what is Islam. Yeah. If you want to read it,
Give it to the brother.
oh, no problem. Yeah, take care of yourself, inshallah. Yeah, maybe you can give it to him after, inshallah. But read, study. Read, Ben, take care. Look after yourself, yeah? And let us pray to the God of Abraham, the God of Jesus, to guide us to the truth. You do that?
I'll pray to God.
Of Jesus.
Pray to God.
Jesus, pray to God.
I'll pray to God.
Of
Same
Jesus.
God.
Yeah,
Same God.
pray to him to guide us to
You
the
still
truth.
never see